back with another one and another one, and another one, man. This is What We're All Thinking podcast, stories behind the craft. I got a special guest for y'all today. He was brought up in past interviews, so we had to come let him sit down in a chair and pop his shit real quick, because he
Sure.
really doing it for the city. He got his own thing going, entrepreneur, um, go to that marketing, things of that nature. He putting the city on for real, and
For sure.
he
What's
coming
love?
to do his thing. So without further ado, go ahead, introduce yourself.
What's happening? What's good? It's your boy CEO Crook. I'm out here. Thanks for having me, fam.
For sure, for sure. I ain't gonna lie, when we did Orlando Media Group and he brought y'all, like, we gotta have him come sit in the chair and come and pop it. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? Just you, because I know you like to be beside your brother, but
Right,
I
right,
wanted to
right.
come, I wanted to chop it up with you personally, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
to hear more about the business, things of that nature, and, your take on the city and things of that nature.
Hmm.
So before you get into all that, I want to know about your upbringing, because, you know, I do my research. So we know you're not from here, you're from the
From New
Brooklyn,
York.
the
Yeah.
Big B, you know what I'm saying? So tell us about your upbringing and things of that nature.
Yeah. So first and foremost, I'm Zoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking Haitian, for sure.
For sure.
Um, born and raised in Brooklyn. I came out here um my senior year of high school. I did my senior year of high school out here.
Where?
DP.
Okay,
Did DP. That's where I met DJ DK.
for
Yeah,
sure.
main DJ I met him in high school. Yeah, yeah. So, um, played football and shit that one year. Then I ended up moving back to New York. You know what I'm
Um,
saying? Was up there for a little bit, and you know, just up there doing my thing, and just once shit started getting a little, as Dave would say, blurry. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck, it, let me slide back. So slid back, started, got into real estate at first. Buying cribs, flipping cribs. You know what I'm saying? Got into that. But it was cool. The money was straight, but it wasn't my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be it just wasn't for me, you know what I'm saying? I
I feel
wanted to
that.
be doing something that I actually enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? Cuz it ain't really it's about the money, but it ain't all about the money. You feel what I'm saying? Cuz if
I
you're
feel
doing
that.
something that you ain't happy doing, that shit just be boring as fuck.
For sure. I feel that.
Yeah.
So what drew you to Orlando out of all the places you could have went to, especially with the mind frame you have and things of that nature? What drew you to Florida?
It's two things. The real estate market out here was great. Um, the real estate market out here was great in like 2015 type shit, like 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? That's when houses out here was for the low. So that's when I was like, man, I gotta come back. And on top of that, I was peeping the music scene out here too. That's when Glock 9 and them was going. And you feel what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, it's untapped market. I'm like, I know with the relationships I got and the knowledge I got, I could definitely do something out here.
Definitely.
So yeah, so that's the main reason why I came back. On top of that, like I said, I was here for a couple years before moving back. So I already knew certain people, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And I was still coming back, every so often and shit. So, I was still tapped in. So yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So after that, what made you get into business for real? Because you able to touch so many different things: barbershop, real estate, helping Dave in his career, and
Hmm.
doing your own thing as far as with the real estate. So what made you get into all those businesses and doing those type of things?
Um, I just knew college wasn't for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just knew like because my on my mom's side of the family, everybody into like the medical field. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nigga, I don't see myself ever working in no damn hospital. You know what I'm saying? So ever since I was young, I was like, man, my mom wanted me to study that shit. I'm like, yeah, I can't do it, man. I'm like, I'm gonna graduate high school though. I'm gonna do that just for you. I knew I didn't even need high school for real. But I'm like, man, I've been going to school since kindergarten to get his fucking diploma. Like I ain't gonna drop out. A
Yeah,
junior,
for
senior,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, let me just get this paperwork, make her happy. So I did that, and I was like, man, I ain't going to college, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I just knew what to do and how to get, how to get bread. You know what I'm saying? It's like niggas get bread. You feel what I'm saying? I just knew I had the resources, I had the knowledge, I had the people.
Yeah, but for the way you doing it, a lot of people ain't doing the way you doing it. Cause you doing it and you able to show people how you doing it. Cause a
Hmm.
lot of people can't do that. They say I'm getting money, but you able to show the paper trail and show that it's really out here for real.
Yeah. I do a lot of reading. That's one thing. I ain't go to college and nothing like that, but I read a lot. You know what I'm saying? I make sure to make it my business. Like as soon as I wake up, you know what I'm saying? I'll read. at least a couple verses in the Bible, get that
For
out the
sure.
way, boom. And I would always like do some reading on like business. You know what I mean? Like anybody that did it before me, like anybody that did it big, I would get their books and just read their books. You know what I'm saying?
So what one book that you read that really struck your interest into a
A
lot
lot
of
of them,
things?
bro. You know, I'm gonna start off with the most basic, Rich Dad,
Rich Dad Poor
Poor
Dad.
Dad.
Definitely.
Anything that was anything like Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, who else?
Have you have you read the book 48 Laws of Power?
Of course,
What's your
read that a
favorite
couple
law?
times. I read that shit so long ago. I don't even remember the laws specifically word for word,
Mm-hmm.
but I use them shits on a daily basis.
For
Matter of
sure.
fact, Dave gotta give me that fucking book back. I let him borrow that book like 2 years ago. I ain't see that shit since.
Yeah, I'm just now reading it. And I learned about keep your enemies closer and your friends further.
Yeah, for sure.
Just trying to learn your enemy, things of that nature. Basically, like almost the art of war.
That's another book I read. Art
Mm,
of War.
definitely.
Art of War. I forgot the author, some Japanese nigga. I can't remember his name. Yeah, so like I said, I just be tapped in with that. You know what I'm saying? I read the Gucci book.
I
Um,
need to get that one.
that's a good one. I think Dave got that one too. I think I don't know where that shit at, but yeah. So I got a nice little library in the crib. You know what
That's
I'm
dope.
saying? Yeah. So besides that, I just stay tapped in with niggas doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
yeah,
So tell us about your label and how that got started and where did that kind of embark?
yeah. So STN45. Um, so yeah. So I met Dave in 2019. 2019, and I was just intrigued by the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, this kid, you know what I mean, he got it. You know what I mean? He it for real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't know everything to do at the moment, but I knew I could do it though. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't know which route I was gonna take or how I was gonna do it, but I was like, nah, the world gotta hear this dude. You feel what I'm saying?
So how you able to take that leap of faith when you kind of like have somebody like basically career in your hands almost? So what made you take that leap of faith?
That's just how everything worked for me. Like, I had read this shit in the book. It said to start a business, all you need to know is 30% of the business. It was like, cause 90% of the world feel like they got to know the business in and out before they start it. And so I was like, I know for sure I got at least 30%, and everything else I'm gonna just learn throughout the way.
For
So,
sure,
so
that's
yeah, so
lit.
yeah, so that's
Cause
what I did.
I be like, damn, I gotta do a research before I do anything. I gotta do this. I gotta know at least 50% of it. Cause I want to make sure I do it right.
School of hard knocks, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying. It's like you ain't never gonna learn it unless you get your hands in the dirt, unless you spending that bread, cause niggas not gonna teach you the game. Ain't no
Mm,
handbook on how to do it for real. So you just gotta do it, and you know what I'm saying, figure it out.
for sure. So when you after you met him and you took that chance to that leap of faith,
Mhm.
how you feel about the city and how it perceives him?
Um, he get great love in the city. We try not to be here as much because, you know what I'm saying? It's like they know us out here and the boys know us out here. It's like every time we do a show or we outside, it's like some way, somehow they fucking with us.
Why is that? I never understood that. I never. Every time I turn around, is they mess with y'all, specifically y'all.
You know, like you say, from the outside looking in, they see it. It's like these niggas doing it. You feel what I'm saying? These niggas winning, so we got to figure out what they doing.
But it's like they can't hold y'all for nothing like less than 8 hours. So it's like, what's the point?
You know, it's still a money grab though, because it's bail. You feel what I'm saying? It's stuff being confiscated. You feel what I'm saying? It's lawyers. You feel what I'm saying? It's time wasted, court. You feel what I'm saying? It's you know, it's a lot. Even if we ain't sitting for real, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Hmm.
still a lot.
But if y'all not doing nothing wrong, what you think other than they know y'all doing? What intrigues them to like mess with y'all? Like it don't. To me, like I said, it never made sense.
Realistically, it's like I calculated like Disney, Orlando is Disney World. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like anything that I feel like promotes anything that's not Disney, they don't like.
Mm.
That's how I look at it. I could be wrong. But it's like even when you go in the strip clubs, like They can't be fully topless in Orlando, but you go to Tampa, they topless, ass out, titties out, pussy out. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
Orlando, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's their biggest source of income is Disney,
Mm.
Disney,
That makes
Universal.
sense though.
You know what I mean? So if it's like when you know what I mean, when rappers is promoting a different view of Orlando, I feel like it's probably hurting their numbers.
For sure. So
Cause
that's,
anytime I can't say anytime because we get fucked with in other states too, in other cities and shit too, but nothing like Orlando though. Nothing like
so
Orlando.
like on some shit like they know y'all names already. They be calling y'all by y'all.
What? I'm telling you, like nigga, they literally like, hey, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Nigga, it's a couple times we got locked on the ride. They playing Dave music in the background.
No
A
way.
couple times, multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
They're like, yeah, man, that last song you dropped, man, I really like it, man. Da, da, da. Like antagonizing. Yeah.
So how do y'all stay positive after all that stuff goes on?
That shit hard, man. That shit really put a dent for real. Like it really just to the point to where it's like I don't even want to be here no more. Like I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like every time I go out, it's costing me. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I mean, niggas can't stop the hustle.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, I have legal businesses, so it's like I'm doing the right things.
For sure. So how you got into the barbershop?
Oh, that was something that I just loved doing from a kid. Um, I just always like. I was one of them niggas that used to like getting haircuts. Like you know how like most kids they like getting haircuts when they was
Mm-hmm.
growing up. No, I used to be like, Ma, I need $10. I need a haircut. She's like, you got a haircut last Friday. I'm like, I need a haircut, man. I need a haircut. So after a while, my mom was like, nigga, I ain't giving you $10 for a haircut every week. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I'm gonna figure this shit out myself. Like I said, I was like, I know how I like my haircuts to look, so I'm gonna just start cutting my own hair. I just started cutting my own hair,
That's lit.
and
How you learn like so you was in the mirror? How many times you messed yourself
that's
up?
what I'm about to tell you. School of hard knocks. Like nigga, I was fucking my shit up for years, but I'm in middle school though, so it's like this shit don't really count. Like, who got a fresh hairline in middle school? You know what I'm saying?
Not too many
So
people.
by the time I got to high school, it was like nigga, I knew how to cut hair by then. I was cutting niggas in the locker room and shit. But by the time I opened up a shop, I felt like I just had too much going on to be in there cutting. So I just like, man, I'm gonna just get a barber shop so I can get a haircut every
Anything
couple
you
of
want.
days. Yeah.
So how you go about hiring your barbers? Like, do you have them cut practice on you? Like, all right, let me see what you could do.
Nah. Nah. They nah, I only have one barber at my shop cut me. I don't really like bouncing back and forth
I feel
between
that.
barbers and shit. Cause everybody got their touch. And I don't like niggas. Certain niggas like to curve hairline. Certain niggas like to push shit back. You know what I'm saying?
What's
So
the
yeah,
worst haircut you ever seen?
I see them shits every day. I see worse haircuts every day. Too much, nigga. Like shit. Most haircuts is bad haircuts. It's rare that you see a good haircut, in my opinion.
I feel that.
Most people can't cut. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just was on some shit like, man, I want to do something that I enjoy doing. You know what I mean? Like I said again. So I was like, shit, let me open up a barbershop.
Definitely. So, what's the early mornings and the late nights be like? Of you the grind, constantly moving and grinding, like how you keep your sane, your peace of mind,
Yeah,
cause
that
you
shit.
in the club at night, in a gym in the morning, like
Right.
how you keep yourself going, especially when you doing all the things you're doing.
Shit, honestly, it's just you just keep doing it to where it's just your normal every day. It's like I don't even think about it no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't be going to the gym as much as I want to, but um, but it's kind of it was. I mean, like working out kind of second nature to me because I used to play high school football and I was on the weightlifting team and shit like that. So you know what I mean, it's kind of regular. It was kind of I was working out all 4 years of high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of regular.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
So how you feel about the Orlando music scene in your opinion?
beautiful. I love it. Of course, it could be better, but so much talent out here. Um, I feel like personally, I could do a lot for the city. I could do a lot for the city for sure. But
What's stopping you from doing that?
difference in personalities. Like I could have a conversation with somebody and realize if I could work with them or not. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah, I could have
Or
a
based
conversation.
off of what though?
You know, I'm grown. It's like I could just tell, like, man, this nigga gonna be hard headed. This nigga think he know everything. You feel what I'm saying? This nigga not gonna really. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm a type of nigga where I don't like biting my tongue. Like if I got something to say, I'd rather just say it. And it's like I know if I say something to him, he gonna take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And I could
But
just
as a man, you think you can't have that man to man conversation with a guy and be like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. You with it or you not?
yeah, of course, it's a conversation that could be had, but it's just like I've just come to realize it's just not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is like some things I can't deal with. Like even with a female, I don't care how bad a female is. If me and you not on the same wave, I can't fuck with you. I don't care how fat your ass is, how big your titties is. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care how many followers you got. If I have a conversation with you and our conversation don't click, it's like, yeah, it's a wrap.
So you think females are more toxic than males?
Hell yeah.
Why?
Hell yeah, them hoes is toxic. Hell
Why?
yeah, these hoes is toxic, man. Like I look at hoes like cats. Like you know how like cats, you know the difference between cats and dogs?
Yeah.
It's like niggas is dogs and bitches is cats. It's like you don't notice cats is like always sneaky and sassy and like cats don't just walk regular. Cats is like you know what I'm saying. Cats is like they waiting for you to turn your head to like you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
That's how I look at females. I feel like bitches is cats.
So what can a female say for you to be like, all right, this ain't the one? Like, cause you said based off conversation, what? So
I just
what?
don't like wasting my time. Like what I mean by that is like if I'm talking to you and I feel like within the first 10 minutes like you don't got it together. I don't got time to hold hands, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type. I don't got the time. Like you feel what I'm saying? I hate wasting. It's probably like my biggest pet peeve is wasting time.
I
You know,
feel
because
that.
I got so much shit to do in a day. If I really take out time to sit down and talk to you, I really take out time to do something. I'm like, it got to be worth me doing it again. If after that first conversation, it ain't that, yeah, it's a dub. And that goes for friendships, relationships.
How did you get to that understanding as far as being like, all right, this is how it is? Because a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, I'm that person. Because,
Mm-hmm.
I like to keep it honest on the pod.
Right.
I give people chances. Because you never know. They probably have an off day that day.
Because I done played both sides of the spectrum. I tried that before. And it never worked. Like I'll give a nigga benefit of the doubt, like, yeah, yeah, maybe this, that. And it's like I always end up with the short end of the stick every time.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, Now don't get me wrong though, that doesn't go for every single situation. Like example with Dave. When I first approached Dave on management,
Hmm.
he ain't just jumped to the opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Like he was like, yeah, I got a manager already. And I'm like, well, nigga, why I ain't never see your manager then? It's like, where the fuck your manager at? Oh, yeah, my manager in Atlanta. Like, he live in Atlanta or he just there for the weekend or something? He's like, oh, nah, he be back and forth. And I'm like, well, I ain't never hear you having no manager. I ain't never see a manager. And I'm like, all right, well, bet. I'll work with your manager, get your manager on the line. But I was just weeding through the bullshit 'cause I know he was lying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, cool. Till like finally after like a week or two in conversation with him, he's like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't got no manager. But, my cousin in Atlanta, he liked my manager. And I'm like, nigga, I know you have no manager. You know what I'm saying? I just was waiting for you to tell me. You know what I'm saying? But again, I was just weeding through the shit. You know what I mean? But after like a week or two, I was like, fam, I don't got time to chase you, bro. I was like, I know what I could do for you. I know how I could help. You know what I'm saying? If you want my help, let's do it. And of course, he was like, all right, well, shit, let's try it. Let's do it.
And
And
it's been working ever
it's been like
since.
4 years now. Yeah.
Yeah. So what makes you stand out from a lot of different people in the city from what you doing? Because as far as y'all always staying relevant, you and him,
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
always able to stay relevant. Even yourself, just you by yourself,
Yeah, for
with
sure.
the Air Forces thing, because
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
made me really like tap in. So how you able to keep yourself relevant and separate you and him and able to keep that thing going?
Yeah, because besides Dave being Dave, I'm Crook. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, I'm really not a manager, bro. Like, people be like, yeah, you the best. I'm like, nigga, I ain't even a manager for real. You feel what I'm saying? I'm really not a manager, but it's like, I just know how to do it. Like, anything that needs to get done, I know how to do it. If I don't know how to do it, I'm going to figure out how to do it. Because I feel like right now, with the internet and it's like, bro, if you want to do something, you're going to figure this shit out. It's
Definitely.
like nobody was. My pops told me this shit when I was a kid. Like it's something that stuck with me. As a kid, he was like, if you don't know how to do something, it's because you don't want to know how to do it. Cause just
Mm,
like everybody else in this world, like you wasn't just born knowing what to do. Like, you feel what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like, you wasn't just born, the fucking best basketball player in the world. You probably had the athletic abilities, but you had to train. You had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to do shit to get there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at life. It's like, shit, if I want to do it, I'm gonna figure out how to do it.
So how you go about building connections and networking and things of that nature? Because a lot of people want to figure out like how he's able to get in these rooms and he not an artist or things of that nature, or how he tapped in with all the DJs.
Yeah.
How you able to build those connections and network the way you do?
I think it's just the way I be organic for real. Like I'm like this every like I'm just the way, I'm just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm just organic. You know what I mean? And I think like that cliche statement, real recognize real. It's like, you feel what I'm saying? I never try to be something I'm not. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just me 24/7, and I feel like most people realize it. You know what I'm saying? And they just keep it real with me. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's about it. I ain't got no superpowers. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no. You feel me?
Cause everybody be wanting to know like the secret sauce. Everybody be wanting to know what are you doing different that I could add to my arsenal as far as trying to grow my brand. Cause everybody want to get next to Crooks.
Right.
Cause I seen you was hosting a couple like events where you was giving out game, how to get artists getting paid for their music
Yeah. Yeah.
independently, things of that nature. I have artists.
Right.
I send artists to you all the time,
Right. Right.
and I had artists sit there take notes, and you was giving out books a game. So
Yeah.
what made you do that as far as trying to grow and get other people on for a low price as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what made you want to do that?
I just feel like it's kind of like giving back. Like I feel like when you're successful, it's like you got to give back. Whether it's monetary, you know what I mean, whether it's time, whether it's community service hours, whether it's ties at church, whether it's, whatever it is, fucking handing turkeys out on Thanksgiving. It's like you gotta like, I mean, you're blessed to bless others. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So it's like, that's the reason why I really do it. It ain't really about the money or nothing like that. You feel what I'm saying? Cause I be telling Dave all the time, nigga, I wish I had a crook, nigga. I wish I had one. You feel what I'm saying? I wish I had somebody that was like me that could, you know what I'm saying?
Cause you see, you like a bird's eye view almost. You see stuff that he don't see, or you see stuff that if you would have had that same push, it would have been different.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Cause like, I mean, in my family, I'm like one of the oldest. I don't really got like, niggas always be like, yeah, I got my older cousin. I got my, you know what I'm saying?
Feel the
I
same way.
got older cousins, but it's like, nigga, my older cousin, they put me on game like that for real. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna say they never did, but it was like nobody ever held my hand. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure this shit out.
Definitely.
Yeah, you feel what I'm
So,
saying?
what does Crook see himself in the next 5 years from now?
Shit, he gonna be a lit nigga. He gonna be a rich nigga, fam. But yeah, just growing, man. Just growing. You know, life be lifing, so I can't tell you where I'm gonna be at, but it's definitely gonna be in a better space for sure.
Definitely.
Between all the seeds I got planted, all the things I got going on, it could only be better.
So how do you? Cause you always. It seems like you always kind of 5 steps ahead of everybody. So how do you always make those decisions to know what the next move is? Cause people don't even know what they're gonna eat tomorrow. So how you able to plant those seeds that you got planted? How you able to make those decisions right now, especially in the times we're in?
I feel like you just gotta have, like, for me, I just have long term investments, short term investments. Like, I know this play gonna hit, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow. It may not be for much, it may be for $500, but then I got another play that's gonna hit in 3 months. That could be a $20,000 play. You know what I'm saying? So I just be strategic with my shit. Like I said, I just plan accordingly. Like, everybody got 24 hours in a day. Half of these niggas playing video games.
It's
Other,
okay to play video games sometimes.
nah, I'm against that shit, fam. I ain't gonna lie.
Why you against playing video games?
It's a waste of time, in my opinion. For me, as a grown man, if it's your outlet, and it's like, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody got their thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their vice. If that's your vice, that's better than smoking rocks. You know what I'm saying? It's better than, you feel what I'm saying? But I feel like everybody got their thing. But I was just never really
Yeah, cause
a fan of video games.
I'm the 5% like of guys out here that don't smoke. So like that'll be my outlet. Like you know how people smoke, that'll be my outlet.
Everybody needs an outlet for sure.
Yeah,
Everybody, like, even with smoking, like for me, right? There's certain times where I'd be like, man, Dave, I ain't smoking for the next 30 days. Cause I feel like, nigga, I'm averaging 4 blunts a day, and I'm checking the productivity level, and it's like, nigga, that shit not too productive. I'm still doing what I'm doing while I'm smoking, but I just
You
realized,
can do it
nigga,
at a higher level.
exactly, yeah, like this weed is kind of slowing me down sometimes. But don't get me wrong, I've been smoking since I was in high school. You feel what I'm saying? But there's times where I be like, nigga, I ain't smoking for 30 days. There's times I be like, I ain't fucking for 30 days. Nigga, I ain't doing. You know what I'm saying?
So do you believe in the semen retention and
Yeah,
things of that nature?
that shit's. When Kevin Gates was talking about it and Mike Tyson and all them niggas talking about it, I thought it was bullshit for real. Even in high school, I remember my coach used to be like, don't fuck before a game. But I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm a kid. I don't care about that shit. But that shit is real, though. That shit
Definitely.
is real, yeah. Because it's like, nut is your life source for real. It's really your life, like not even,
I've been
you know what I'm
looking
saying? It's
into it.
really your life source. It's life in the nut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Can't just be out here just nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Can't be
For
nothing for
sure.
nothing.
So let's switch gears a little bit because we talked about it a little bit. You said women are like cats. You might get crucified for that a little bit
Yeah.
because I got a lot of women who watch this. They might hate you for
I'm
this.
cool with
He
it.
said, "I'm cool with
Yeah,
it."
they gotta love me though.
So tell us a situation where a female is being toxic to you.
Um,
A scenario.
I don't never let it get that far. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's something I could spot from a mile away for real. Cause it's like unless you just switch up on me like last minute or something. But I'm trying to think of a situation where a female's being toxic to me.
If you can't think of one, I'll put you in a scenario to see what you'll do.
All right, what's up?
All right. So you are talking to Tanya. You and
Mhm.
Tanya talking,
Mhm.
and you like, all right, Tanya, I don't want to do this no more because you spotted the red flags.
Mhm.
And Tanya come down to your house because you done hung out with her. If you know what I'm putting down, you done hung out with her, and she bust.
Rule number one: Tony don't know where I live at. Tony never come to my crib unless we like a year in type shit.
So
Tanya's
where you
not
hanging
coming to
out
my crib.
with your female? Where you hanging out with your females at?
I don't really hang out with females. No homo. I don't hang out with females like that.
Not even. I don't want to get too deep into this shit because
I don't just be on no hanging out. You know, if you at the event I'm at, what's up? Nice to meet you. Everything good? Oh yeah, I follow you on Instagram. That's what's up. All right, cool. Everything good. You know what I'm saying? But just on some like, let's go out to eat. Let's go out for
what about
drinks.
if it's a
No.
vibe you catch at the nighttime? She says she follow your Instagram. She wanna whoop the whoop. You feel me?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you want to whoop the whoop me and Dave and everybody else in my section too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm always honestly I'm on some shit like, man, I don't be hurting for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't really be going. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more like
So
I always feel like you want me to come to your crib at 2 in the morning? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
so
Like,
you always think of the worst of stuff.
yeah,
Why?
that's how
You ever watch like Spider Man when Zendaya was like, I always hope for the worst because I'm okay with what happens if it comes out good. That's how she put it. Cause you always like, I'm always expecting the worst and I hope for the best. So you always expecting the worst?
I ain't expecting the worst because I don't want the worst to happen. But it's like I just be on some shit like, what if? You feel me? Like, what if? Because
So
again, I don't trust. It's just my thing. I just don't feel like females is sneaky. Females is liars. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't be trusting it for real.
so what would it take for like you to be like, all right, that's the one for real?
I already got the one.
Oh, bet. Shout out to her then.
Yeah, I already got the one.
So what did she do different than anybody else?
Um,
What like?
she ain't come for me. I came for her.
Oh,
You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
thinking that though in my brain. I was like, he gotta be able to chase after her for her to be
And the
something.
chase ain't really a chase. It's like nigga, I don't run track. Nigga, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah. But nah, I know. I just, I kind of been through it, so I know.
For sure.
You feel me?
So I'm gonna switch gears again.
Yeah.
This is a what we all think a podcast question that I ask all my guests just to pick their brain and see get in their personality a little bit.
Hmm.
So if you're around your dogs and when they breath kind of hot, how would you tell them?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have to, cause I've been the guy to where it's like, man, I don't want to hurt nigga feelings, and it just never turned out right. Cause now he go talk to a hoe, and now the hoe like, damn nigga, your breath, and I could have saved him. You feel me? So I'm like, nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. Your shit going crazy right now, fam.
So
And
what
I'm
if
gonna be,
y'all in a group setting? How would you like go about it?
oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put the nigga out there. You feel me? Like, but I'm gonna definitely let him know. Be like, yeah, nigga, you going crazy right now. Like, what you mean, bro? Be like, yeah, nigga, you need some fucking Listerine or something.
So if you have 5 dinner guests at the table, dead or alive, who would they be and why? 5 dinner
Five
guests.
dinner guests that are alive. Dame Dash for sure. Jay-Z, them two.
Hmm.
Those are the first two niggas I seen do it like between like an artist and manager type situation.
Hmm.
Um, them two, I definitely want to pick their brain and ask them like where they went wrong, like what happened. Like I was doing great, I was, you know what I'm saying? Shit was going great. What happened? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of seen this shit too with Jay Z from Brooklyn, so it's like a local. It was like a local thing for me. So I could, I could see what they was doing like
How was that?
locally.
How was that experience?
Yeah, it definitely was a iconic
Cause
situation.
he went on a run for real.
Yeah. So, you had Biggie, you had Jay Z. I'm a kid at the time. I'm in elementary school, but I was always tapped into music from young. But, it's like everything was like around the corner. It was like Jay Z from like 15 minutes away from you, Biggie 10 minutes down the block. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's like everything like Fabulous. I remember one of my homeboys let me hear a Fab mixtape in like elementary school. This was before he was even Fabulous. You know what I'm saying? And like a couple years later, he popped. 50 Cent. I remember 50 Cent. I was hearing, because he's from Queens. Queens, like 30 minutes from Brooklyn. I was hearing about 50 Cent when he got shot and all of that. Like, niggas was hearing about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's lit.
Yeah.
I feel like me personally, everybody, different like parts of New York, they all have their own place. Like you
Hmm.
can't say I'm from this place or I'm just a New Yorker or I'm from this place. Like I'm
Oh,
from
yeah, you can't say I'm just from New York. Like, because if you from Rochester, it's like,
you from
nigga, you
Rochester.
from Canada. If you from Rochester, like Syracuse, like them cities, no offense, them cities don't count to me personally.
Wow.
It's like if you're not from Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, you know what I'm saying, Harlem, those are the five boroughs. Those are like the cities.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Yonkers a city, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause Yonkers right outside of the Bronx. But anything outside of that is just like farmland.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know that. Like most of New York is rural area. Like only like maybe 20% of New York is like city. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So if the doctor say, cause you gotta cut off your arms and your legs, which one you telling him he can cut off?
Like, hold on, arms and legs, or I
Like
gotta
your
pick.
arms, you don't got no arms. You gotta give away your arms, so you get bionic arms, or you don't got no legs. You gotta get in the wheelchair.
Nigga, I gotta have my legs. I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep going. I can't sit still. I have bionic arms.
Definitely. So, what you value more, loyalty or respect?
What I value more, loyalty or respect? That's a good one. I gotta think about that one for a second. I think of the pros and cons. I'll probably say respect,
Why?
cause I feel like loyalty is rare anyway. It's like, nigga, I don't expect niggas to be loyal for real. There's a selective few of people that I really expect loyalty from. I feel like everybody in this world is somewhat of an opportunist. I don't care what nobody say. Like nobody does something that's not gonna benefit them some way somehow.
See, you don't believe in genuine people?
I'm not gonna say I don't believe in it, but the number is scarce. It's like that shit like 10%. I feel like nobody just get up and do something out the kindness of their heart because they just being nice. when you do find those people, you got to definitely keep them. But I just feel like that loyalty shit is just it just sound good.
For sure.
It
Would you
sound good.
would you rather be loved or feared?
Feared.
Why? I knew he was gonna say that. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see if you was
Cause
gonna go to.
I don't love y'all anyway, nigga. Like I don't expect y'all to love me. You know what I'm saying? At least if I'm feared, at least you'll think twice about. Cause you could love somebody and still do some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you fear them, it's like, yeah, let me not, cause if I do this, this might happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really expect. I only expect love from my tight circle, my circle of people.
Sure.
You don't
So
gotta love me, but you're gonna respect me for sure.
so if you had to look back at yourself, the young Crooks that was
Mm-hmm.
back in Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
had a dream. What would you tell that Crooks, the one that was cutting hair in the locker rooms? What would you tell that Crooks now?
Proud of you, nigga. I'm like, yeah, I'm proud of you, cause it's like, nigga, everything you said you was gonna do, you did it. And if you ain't do it yet, you working on it. Like you about to do it. Pretty much, yeah.
For sure. What do you got to say to the Floridians that's watching this? They want that's all in your business. They're watching everything you post,
Mm-hmm.
everything that you say, all the pictures they liking,
Mm-hmm.
but they really hating for real. What would you like to say to those people?
I wouldn't just say Floridians. I mean, I feel like Florida showed me love for real. Um, I know a lot of niggas from New York come down here and like be on that. Yeah, I don't fuck with Floridians, nigga. I love Florida, nigga. I mean, I love it more than New York. Be honest, nigga. If I love, you know what I mean? Like I would have been back home. But it's just I feel like it's a lot. First off, the weather out here. I love the weather out here. Number one. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? Because we only get summers up there 2 months out the year. Like yeah, probably 3 months, May, June, July. Soon as August hit, it start getting a little cool again. September, you out of there. September's back brick. But yeah, so I love the weather. I love the people. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Florida. You know what I mean? But I feel the hate sometimes, but I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do feel it sometimes, but I
Yeah,
feel like
cause
I get more love than hate though.
the perception from what I see around and what I've heard is y'all bougie. Or when Dave and Crook come in, they bougie. Nobody can't talk to them. Nobody can't say nothing to them. And I'm always the one that like I came up to them before
Hmm.
on multiple occasions, took pictures, talked to them. I don't know what y'all see.
If you feel that, it's that says a lot about your personality. That means you scared, nigga. Like if you scared to approach me, that ain't my problem. That's your problem. You feel what I'm saying? If you approach me on some humble, respectful shit, I'm saying, it was good, nigga. I fuck with you. What am I gonna do? If I curse you out, I'm gonna show you love. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at me and you feel like, oh, nah, this nigga's wearing too much, or he too this, or he too that, that's on you, fam. I mean, it's not my problem, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think I come off like that, but if I do, you know what I'm saying? If I do what you want to say something, say something. You know what I'm saying? Not on no crazy shit, but it's like, nigga, if you got something to say, say it. Ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So anything you want to say to people before we get out of here? Any last thoughts?
Um, nah,
Any businesses you want to promote?
STM merch coming heavy this summer for sure. I'm fucking with the merch, like, cause I feel like we spend so much on designer, fam, and it's like these niggas don't even know who we are. Like I'm throwing myself under the bus. Like I spend so much money on clothes, and it's like, nigga, I'm a trendsetter too. Like nigga, I could wear some shit and have niggas wear it. Like I'm looking at Hellstar and all these other brands, and it's like, nigga, they shit straight, but they shit not that hard. I feel like if I was to sit down and design some shit, it would be fire. You know what I'm saying? So definitely tapping into that market. Um,
Definitely, cause you be putting some shit together.
yeah,
I
for
seen a
sure.
couple of fish you threw together. I'm like, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's too much. It's too much. It's like, nigga, looking at my budget, it's like, nigga, I'm spending a lot of bread on this shit. At least if I had my merch, I could put my shit on and people will cop it. I'll make money on getting fly. Right now, I'm spending money on getting fly.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely merch coming heavy. Dave just keep dropping. It's about time. Dave was hoarding music for a while. You know what I'm saying? He finally on some shit where he want to drop. You know, Dave is a hoarder. Dave likes to collect music on his hard drive and his computer and shit like that.
Why do you think artists like to hold their good stuff? 'Cause I feel like the stuff they hold in the vault be their best shit.
I sat down and analyzed it. It's like they say the same thing with like painters. Like, cause I mean, it's a form of art. It's like I feel like they treat it like it's their prized possession. It's like it's theirs. Once they put it out there, it's like now it's the world's. You know what I'm saying? So they want to wait to the right time to drop it. When I feel like the right time is now. It's like if this body of work is that good, you got to put it out. People got to hear it.
For sure.
They always feel like I'm gonna drop it next year, or I'm gonna wait till the summertime, or I'm gonna wait till, and then the shit sit and just get stale. Now when you hear the shit a year later, you don't get that same feeling because that shit was relevant in 2000. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
now it's 2 years later. It's like, yeah, now this shit don't even hit right the same. You don't sound the same. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a common situation for artists. They like to hoard shit. But Dave dropping. Um, we about to do a tour. We about to run through the whole state from top to bottom.
Lit.
Yeah, that's gonna be in either May, probably like May. You know what I'm saying? We just doing what we doing on another level, man. Because I felt like I was doing so much too. Like I was kind of spreading myself thin. I was doing too much. But I was like, man, for the rest of the year, I'm going hard with the music for real. Really taking shit to another level. Using all my resources and, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Doing it.
All right, man. Crooks, thank you, man. Appreciate you coming
Sure.
through.
Sure. Thanks
One
for having
last
me.
question, though. We didn't even touch on this subject, and I forgot.
So,
You know, so when you saw the clip, because I know you seen the clip, you reposted it. Mr. Orlando Media Group was like, when you and Dave come through the spot, y'all make the city look like it's getting some money.
right.
So when you seen that, what was your take on that?
When I fuck with Rel 100%, like me and Rel done had hundreds of conversations. We planning some shit. I keep telling Rel too, it's like we got to take it to another level. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about growth. I'm not trying to be the same nigga I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. 100%.
So I feel like OMG Media definitely, you know what I'm saying, has the potential to be way bigger than what it is. Same thing with fourth quarter. Same thing with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the city needs us. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's so much talent out here. You know what I'm saying? It just got to be put out.
I'm pushing as much as I can.
You
From
doing
my
great. You
perspective,
doing great for sure.
from my perspective, I'm pushing as much as I can.
Because normally I'll look at a nigga podcast and be like, man, this nigga only got 200. You know what I mean? 200 followers. Like, nigga, I ain't doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I seen his shit and I'm like, nah, this nigga shit hard. I fuck with his shit. I could tell you put time into it.
Definitely.
I'm like, yeah, I fuck with homie shit.
For sure.
We were supposed to do it a couple weeks ago, but I was, tied up and shit.
Business, man.
Even today, like, nigga, I was on some shit like, man, because, we was at the radio this morning.
I thought that was yesterday.
Nah, that was this morning.
Damn.
So we've been out since like 9 this morning. You know what I'm saying? Then we got to shoot the tally tomorrow. We got to go to Atlanta. So it's like, man, I'm about to reschedule. I'm like, nah, I already rescheduled. I'm going to do it.
For sure.
Yeah, for
Appreciate you for coming through, man.
Nah,
I really wanted to hear your take because I watched that one interview you did with the Palace people, and it was more like but we didn't really get to know you for it. That's why, like, I wanted to sit down with you and chop it up and pick your brain a little bit because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people don't really talk to you or you don't really sit down and do interviews.
I low-key turned down a lot of interviews, though. I just felt like I wasn't trying to be in front of the camera. But I'm starting to realize it's like, why not? It's like people intrigued about what you're doing and how you doing it, so like, why not?
Yeah, because we just see you do promo. Yeah. Hey, come to this barbershop or come to my class or this, that. We don't really know the story.
Right. Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure.
Well, shout out to Ceocrooks for coming through, man.
Sure.
This was one. Hopefully we can get him back for part 2. We can chop it up some more shit,
I'm
man.
with it, for sure.
Man, y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video. We out. Peace.
For sure.
Hey, what's that? Turn it up.